This evening, Guyana Police Force remembers its fallen officers. IRO hosts tree planting ceremony. Linden teen goes missing. In the region, UK High Commission and the US Embassy issue security alert for Carnival in Trinidad. And internationally, Congress passes another budget bill.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Friday, February the 9th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. A father is desperately seeking the whereabouts of his son. Esther Sobers brings us that story.
According to Royal Kotau of Canvas Seat Wismar Linden, his 18-year-old son Edmund, also known as Junior Kotau, has been missing for months. On July 17, 2017, Junior left the family home completely unannounced to work with a gold miner in the interior.
He left to go in the interior. I was asleep. But he didn't inform nobody that he was going into the interior. Me, neither his mother.
Okay.
Just a neighbor. Because the next day, then the neighbor told us that if we know that his son down in the interior, we said no.
In a telephone interview, Kotau said that he and Junior would usually go into the interior, but this is the first time that he decided to go without him. When asked if a family grievance prompted the sudden exit, he said,
No problem, because the day before, or you know, actually all the time, everything okay. His mother just stopped here and tell you like by bush life how it getting hard and everything, and you should seek a work out here.
Okay.
But according to the mother think he making some joke, she said, and he said that, Mommy, I going to look work somewhere in the interior.
Kotau reported the matter to Wismar Police Station about a week after his son went missing, but the officers told him they cannot do more than what was already done. However, eventually learns from others that his son left with a neighbor who had subsequently returned from the interior without the young man.
The guy that he go with, the neighbor, came out back and we asked for his son.
Okay.
And he said he left in the back dam.
Okay.
And then again, I called the farmer boss. And the farmer boss said that he leave to come to me in 40 Mile, Isano, because I used to work in Isano, 40 Mile.
Okay.
But he never returned. And then he never come at me there then. But when I come home for the Christmas, I decide to call the boss man again, the farmer boss. And he tell me that, then he's telling me now again that he gonna work with somebody else.
He is trying to raise funds to go into the interior to track down his son. His absence has left a void in the family. According to Kotau, the young man's mother is crying daily since he left. The couple are hoping their son makes contact with them as soon as possible.
If he's wrong, we could be here. We could just like him to call home, let me know that he's safe. Let him make urgent contact with his parents. We just want to hear his voice.
If you have any information on the whereabouts of Edmund Jr., also known as Junior Kotau, you can contact his father on 643-6191, 686-6745, or 692-3073. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. This morning, a 50-year-old fisherman was robbed of over $7 million after leaving the bank. According to police, the victim and his daughter went to the Republic Bank on the east coast of Demerara. After making the withdrawal, they caught a minibus home and exited on the Cove and John public road. As they were walking through an access road leading to their house, the suspect, one of them, armed with a handgun, exited the motorcar and relieved the victim of his money. The victim, who had fought back, was shot once in the upper left thigh and also gun-butted to the head. He was admitted to the hospital and is in stable condition. No arrests have been made as of yet. Investigators have since retrieved several spent shells of a small caliber weapon from the scene. Investigations are ongoing. Today, the Guyana Police Force memorialized members of the force who have died in the line of duty. Here's Wendell Jeffrey with that report.
In 2015, Commissioner Silal Prasad put together an initiative, brainchild of his, to provide support for the fallen heroes, officers who would have died in the line of duty. And today, in commemoration of the anniversary of that initiative, the Commissioner of Police, together with the Board of Directors for that entity, came together and provided monetary contributions to the families. And today, the families were here to receive the subsistence. This is a quarterly event. This happens every term, where they're provided with subsistence to help those officers, the families of the officers who would have fallen in the line of duty.
Last quarter of 2015, the Guyana Police Force Fallen Heroes Foundation, Inc. was established. This was a clear vision from a compassionate servant leader's heart, visionary, the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Silal Prasad. Since then, we have been able to raise significant sums that we have utilized for the purpose of providing education and also welfare for the beneficiaries of the fallen heroes. We want to express our gratitude to those donors who contributed at the beginning, the last quarter of 2015, and it included His Excellency the President, who himself made a contribution of $1 million. So when we meet and we discuss how best can we make a contribution, we do so not from a position of speculation, but we do so after having gone into their home and into their community.
Inola Anklet, Neola Ballard.
Among the support that they're getting is on the basis of whatever monies they have. And that is why I'm saying with more funds, we can add to what, for example, right now they might be supporting school uniforms and something in the lunch kit and that kind of stuff. But if they get more funds, maybe they can pay for the CXC exams and can even go further.
And so this is going to continue every year, and as they are, God forbid, that they are folks who are fallen in the line of duty, the commissioner, together with the board of directors for this organization, have pledged that they will continue to make contributions to the children and the loved ones of the officers who would have died in the line of duty. Over to you, George.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. We have more news for you after the break. For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating.
place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. Wendell Jeffrey presents part 4 of his exclusive interview with former President and Prime Minister Sam Heins.
Here's the 4th of our 5th part presentation on my historic exclusive interview with former Head of State and former Prime Minister Samuel Heins. In this part, you will hear the former Prime Minister say that the Lindo Creek massacres has different sides, and he has chosen to believe one side. We will also hear the semi-retired politician say that his PPPC party, which governed through those turbulent days, did nothing wrong and therefore has nothing to fear from the commissions of inquiry.
When the Lindo Creek story burst out, I was acting president, and Mr. Rokium came to see me there. A bit shocked. Maybe at the same time that it became public, came to see me at the Prime Minister's residence. And from the very beginning, his belief was that it was the GDF police crew had mistakenly done it. That was the belief that he was putting to me, that it was the GDF thing who. There is the story, which I believe, that it was Feynman who did it. Maybe he camped with them and decided that the dead men tell no tales.
What did your intelligence tell you at the time?
I didn't seek any intelligence.
All of those people died?
Or let me say, the reports I had would have been that it was done by Feynman.
Mr. Prime Minister, I get the impression, correct me if I'm wrong, that it seems as though that period had numbed the sensibilities of the PPC. Because here you are, a bunch of people are killed and burnt, and it seems you're answering me so flippantly as though it's...
But this is one of the reasons why I think we must start earlier, because then you would understand. Remember, we had two massacres, I think, in 9 months, 9 months before that. So we had a situation which, if you look at it, when you go through the chronology, you had a massacre in Lusignan, when I was there. Massacre in Bartik. I went there a couple of days after. And then there was this massacre in Lindo Creek.
What do you think will be the outcome of these COIs?
Well, I am very, and I think my other people are very apprehensive that there would be selective splicing and a selective ordering and sequencing of these COIs to benefit the PNC and to make the PPPC look bad.
Is the consensus of the PPP in relation to the COIs one of fear? Are you guys afraid?
No, I would say it's fair. I would say it's fair. I would not use the word fear. I would try to use another word, word that has more the context of suspicion and apprehension than fear. It's more of suspicion and apprehension than than fair, I think. We do not feel that we have done anything wrong in that period. We do not, well, let me say, put it this way, we feel that we did the best that we could do in that period. Remember, the intention was to make Guyana unstable, and the fear was to break up Guyana, to set the two races apart. The Lusignan massacre could not have had any other intent than to set Indians and blacks apart.
Next week, I will wrap up these installments with the final leg of this marathon interview with Mr. Samuel Heins. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Jeffrey. At the conclusion of the interview series, we will post the entire unedited interview on our YouTube page and Facebook. A minibus driver and his conductor were robbed yesterday. Esther Sobers has more.
Rakesh Sigobin, a 43-year-old minibus driver, and his conductor, 22-year-old Avija Singh, were robbed by two armed men on Thursday. According to reports, the driver had parked their minibus near the intersection of Drysdale and High Street, Charlestown. Around 10:30 a.m., two men on a bicycle, one armed with a gun, attacked the two victims. They were robbed of $9,000. However, an armed police constable stationed at the nearby Charlestown post office gave chase and fired 6 live rounds. During the chase, the armed bandit allegedly turned around and pointed a gun at the constable, who in turn drew his service revolver and discharged a round in the direction of the suspects. The two bandits managed to escape east onto Princess Street. Investigations are ongoing. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. With Interreligious Harmony Week coming to a close, the IRO celebrated with a tree planting ceremony. Wendell Jeffrey was there and filed this report.
The Interfaith Harmony Week ended yesterday, and on Sunday last, the Interreligious Organization had a tree planting ceremony at the Merriman's Mall. Chairman of the Interreligious Organization, Pastor Ronald McGarrell, said that the aim of the IRO and the act of the tree planting are to promote harmony in Guyana.
We're promoting a culture of peace and harmony among our different religions, denominations, and our people, all the different races and so on, that we can find common ground to work together as Guyanese and to make this nation a nation that can be an example to the rest of the world how it can be done.
The Interfaith Harmony Week is a UN-sanctioned event and spans the first week of February. Mayor Chase Green also shared her feelings on the event.
For this tree planting exercise, we would have launched it last year. We would have done tree planting last year. We're doing it back again this year. We're hoping that with our efforts and the collaboration with everyone, we will live in a peaceful world.
The mayor called on all Guyanese to work to stop the senseless killings of each other.
How do we stop these senseless killings? How do we go about asking people to share more love than hatred and fighting each other?
Mayor Green sees the tree planting as a symbol of how the nation should grow.
So we together trying to see how best we can as a church and as people to bring love for us to share love. Because the Bible says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. And so therefore we are asking each and every one, every day, let us show love for humanity, love for life, love for people. And so we're hoping that this will bring us closer together someday.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Join us after the break for regional news, international news, and more.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
For the best Creole food in town, come to Ridley's Restaurant. Taste our hot meals, fresh bread, and sweet pastries. Our spacious dining hall is free for all occasions. For reservations and more, call 226-2518 or 225-7245. We're open Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Wrigley's Restaurant, located at 38 Robb Street, Laceytown, between King and Wellington Streets. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Ridley's Restaurant. Tasty and healthy eating. Welcome back. And we now take a look at the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, the UK High Commission and the U.S. Embassy issue security alerts for a carnival following several high-profile arrests. C News reports.
Following yesterday's arrest by the TTPS of individuals who were allegedly planning criminal acts for Carnival, 2 major foreign missions have issued warnings to their citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. Its citizens that terrorists are very likely to try to carry out attacks in Trinidad and Tobago. The alert further noted that despite the arrest of suspects, an attack is still possible. They advise that the TNT government has increased security measures for Carnival, but Brits here for the festival to remain vigilant and avoid crowded places and large gatherings. Meanwhile, the American Embassy has warned its citizens that government recently disrupted a plan to attack Carnival. They are advising them to be very cautious and to use increased situational awareness if they participate in Carnival events.
And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump has signed off on a spending bill officially ending the government shutdown after just a few hours. The stopgap measure will extend government funding until March the 23rd. Al Jazeera reports.
It was a U.S. government shutdown that occurred while most Americans were asleep. For 5.5 hours, federal agencies, in theory only, shut their doors, while members of Congress debated lifting strict limits on government spending.
So everything about this stinks, to tell you the truth.
Most of the drama occurred in the U.S. Senate. The vote to keep the government running held up by a single senator, Republican Rand Paul, who says government spending is out of control.
Everybody's getting more spending. The military, the right's getting more military spending. The left is getting more welfare spending. And you're getting stuck with a bill.
The late-night debate played out for hours, eventually passing in the upper chamber, but still needing approval in the House of Representatives. The deal raises spending caps by roughly $300 billion over 2 years, more than half going to the military. The rest, non-defense spending, including much-needed money for disaster relief programs, infrastructure projects, and community health clinics. Fiscally conservative critics say the budget deal will send the deficit soaring. But the deal doesn't protect illegal immigrants brought to the United States as children. Providing a pathway for legal status has been a key demand of Democrats. They'd previously been protected as part of the Obama-era DACA program. The leading House Republican says the issue will soon be addressed.
My commitment to working together on an immigration measure that we can make law is a sincere commitment. Let me repeat. My commitment to working together on an immigration measure that we can make law is a sincere commitment. We will solve this DACA problem.
With that promise, the House Republicans and Democrats passed the budget deal, sending it to the White House for the president to sign into law. But the cost of this bipartisan budget deal is staggering, expanding America's $20 trillion debt. It's an astonishing number for a Congress controlled by Republicans, a party once known for fiscal conservatism, a priority it appears to now have abandoned. Kimberly Helkett, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Now for your 7-day weather forecast. Here's this week's bridge retraction schedule and today's foreign currency exchange rates. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook and YouTube. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing off from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.